Nor, you're so lucky that you weren't born in Palestine, because if you were, they would have beheaded you for being gay. You'd be lucky if they let you choose which roof you were thrown off of. Oh yeah? Let's talk about Rain Dove, who just went to Gaza as a visibly queer and trans person. Like many other queer folks who spend most of their time online, I have been following Rain Dove on Instagram for years now. And a few days ago, they started uploading multiple posts about their time that they have been spending in Gaza as a queer person helping on the ground, and spoke to the pinkwashing comments that I made fun of at the beginning of this video. I wanted to share some of those slides with you all, so let's just get into it. On Instagram stating, "A week ago, Julian Margulies said supporting Gazan Palestinians was foolish because if a they-them went to an Islamic country, their head would be cut off and turned into a soccer ball. Well, I'm a they-them who went and served aid to Gazan Palestinians in a few Islamic countries on the ground for the past month. I was openly queer, even wearing a trans pride flag as a headscarf when recommended by locals for respect. I used the bathroom of my choice, I was allowed into all male and all female spaces, and my head is not a soccer ball. Additionally, our local Gazan Palestinian LGBTQ+ crew members and allies are alive. Unless you identify as us, please don't speak for us." Then sharing with us some beautiful photographs and personal anecdotes from the ground, saying, "From hospitals to temporary homes to camps, we visited hundreds of Gazan Palestinian people over 3 weeks. I and other team members served as openly LGBTQ+, wearing a pin or a flag, as well as introducing our identities along with our names. No one killed us, shamed us, harmed us. We survived." One of us, Travel Motion Captures, was an openly gay man on the ground. He translated, distributed aid, and worked tirelessly 18 hours a day for several days in a row. He's a Muslim man who was still accepted in every space, allowed to hold babies, adored by stray kittens, and even hugged by heartbroken men who had lost their children in airstrikes. Gazan Palestinians held him close. I stood in front of rooms full of Gazan Palestinians from city to city, making it clear who I was, what I was. They opened up to me. They came out to me. They cried with me. They let me use the bathroom of my choice with little obstacle. And instead of pushing me away, despite my nation's tax dollars funding the destruction of Gaza, Palestine, they still welcomed me. They said, "We know you aren't your government, Rain." I've spoken about pinkwashing many times on this page and have provided far more in-depth explanations of it, but essentially what it is the usage of queer issues in order to rationalize the military occupation, violent dispossession, and in general horrible actions of a government that's saying they care about queer people, but in actuality, like 99.99999% of the time, really don't. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Queer people are in Gaza as well. They're not being cleared out of the buildings that are being carpet bombed 24/7. I'm so grateful to people like Rain who do this kind of work as queer people and who's using their privilege to speak on why people's pinkwashing notions are so harmful and so just fundamentally incorrect. What matters more than anything else right now is helping those humans who are being indiscriminately attacked by a military power that is beyond our human comprehension. We should not take away the right to live from people just because their governments might be deemed as homophobic to us. And I always like to remind people who say pinkwashing comments that we live in America, where in the South and in many other states outside of the South, many queer people don't have rights anyways, and many of them are being discriminated against as well, including by their government, especially by their government. Here's a reminder to check your Western privilege, check your white privilege for many of you, and double check that you are actually and truly saying what you mean to say when you say shit. I know that sounded so vague, but I mean it, okay? When you come to a Queer Palestinians page like mine and you shame me for standing up for my people because I'm queer and you tell me that I would actually be killed if I visited Gaza, essentially what you are saying is that you don't think I deserve to live. Sorry, that's what you are saying, because you're saying because you think that my people are homophobic in a way that you specifically don't like, you think that it's okay what's happening to us over there, and you would be okay with it if I had been one of those people. If my grandparents hadn't been exiled and they ended up in another different place, that could have been me. And you're saying I would have deserved the treatment that these people are receiving. Anyways, that's the end of my rant for you all today. I just wanted to share with you all this amazing post that Rain had made. If you don't already follow them, please, please do. They are such an icon and such a voice of light and education and all of the things that we need in the world. And I feel so happy that I've followed them for so long, and to see them come out with this just was so heartwarming to me as a queer Swana person. Thank you to Rain and to every single one of you who have been doing everything in your power to help out those in Gaza. Not all of us are able to fly over and help on the ground, and we're doing what we can in our own small ways and big ways. All of our voices are important, all of our actions are important, and no one thing is too small. Reminder that there's an action toolkit in my bio to help out those in Palestine, the DRC, Sudan, and Tigray. And please continue to amplify any videos, photos, anything that you're seeing about Palestine online, and most especially those that are coming from the ground. From the river to the sea, see y'all in the next one.